Death Watch.
All right, so you had just defeated a large force of these snake people, and at some point in the battle, a bell tolled, and they all began turning into snakes and fleeing into the rubble and into holes in the roof and into the darkness of this large room. At that point, you'd gone into what used to be a library and began searching it, and you found a number of scrolls. And so we'll pick back up here where you're in that library.
I think there are still 2 scrolls in the party sheet that people haven't claimed.
Well, I think we were trying to determine whether or not we could use them above our level,
right.
And we can. There's just a chance of failure.
Yeah.
Or mishap.
I don't want either of those.
Well, there's some of that stuff where we also would probably need to determine whether or not they were divine or arcane.
Brandon, are you just going to hand wave which type of caster made these scrolls and assume that
As long as
whoever
it's on
takes
the
them
list.
can cast it as long as
No,
it's on
no,
the list?
I had a specific,
We
hang
need
on a
to
second.
read magic then, or
Where's the
spellcraft.
Yeah.
the part? There it is.
Yeah, if you want, I can do a quick spellcraft or just read them. But I am worried about their potentially being trapped.
Let's
I will see if I have any luck with my fake reading them.
Nope.
With the 2 I have anyways, just so I can get some more skill practice in, if that's all right.
No, Casimir's definitely pushing that on you. Because he
Yeah,
thinks there's
I
something
took
there.
prayer, and I can take detect magic too.
You're going to take both of those?
I could I could tell you what it is.
Yeah, you just have to work it out.
I can even load. Well, I guess I can't load it.
Well, you want read magic to tell us what.
Oh yeah, that's
spell
right.
is.
I can read. I can load read magic into your ring if I cast it as a silent spell, or just cast it as a level 1.
I believe 0 level spells just count as level 1.
Okay.
You might have to go look at the book for that. But he's got a skill he wants to use because he's been practicing. It's part of his character progression there.
And it only takes the action, I believe, to do it. So it would just be a few seconds of me looking it over. So let's see how I did here. I got one of them.
Okay, which one were you trying to read?
So I had 2. I had a scroll of dancing lights and a scroll of days.
All right, so when you read it, that's what that will tell you.
It's like I deciphered,
All right.
or I used spellcraft to learn or to be able to understand the arcane language.
Right. So will it work on divine?
Yes.
Okay. Well, the dancing lights is arcane.
Okay.
What was the other one?
The other one was days. I didn't roll high enough to.
Okay.
We know it's days, or at least we suspect because they're labeled, but
Right.
I won't be able to cast it until I do that.
Yeah.
But dancing lights is pretty much just a movable light source. Is that right?
Okay. I'll cast read magic and go through the ones that haven't been claimed yet and anyone that
All right. So
wants to.
yeah, just tell me which one, and I'll tell you this.
Well, I got like 40 minutes of read magic going. So yeah,
Well, I don't remember anymore which
Okay.
ones I gave you.
So the 2 in the party sheet are break enchantment and detect magic.
Yeah. So both of those were. All right. So break enchantment was divine,
Okay.
and what was the other one?
Detect magic.
And that was arcane.
Okay. I'll take the detect magic.
I'd take break enchantment then.
Yeah. And then for anyone else that had scrolls that wanted to be identified real quick, make sure they are what they said they were.
Casimir, I know this one is dancing lights, but I can't figure out this other one.
All right.
Yeah, he just did.
Yeah, I'll take that and read it from you. I'll also take the dancing light ones and essentially do like a
Trust but verify.
no, like yeah, essentially, but like a teacher scoring something real quick.
Okay.
You know, because like you've been showing that you are able to sort of read these, and so Casimir definitely is thinking that you can, but he's not quite sure how you're doing it. Then I think there was Flare. Was that one of them?
I didn't record flare. I thought I only took 2, but I do remember, because I just listened to the last recording, that there was a flare given.
Yeah, because I think we were figuring out trying how to grab them, and I think I grabbed Flare.
Oh, okay.
So I'll go through that one real quick.
All right, you got flare, you say?
Yeah.
That's divine.
All right. I'll give that to Finra. Can I put it back into the... I can. That's real cool.
Nice.
And Detect Magic was Arcane, right?
Yeah.
All right. There we go. I believe that's everything.
Yeah, I've got my Summon Nature's Ally, but
Did you need me to...
that's only a Druid or Ranger spell.
Oh.
So,
Well, I could still read it. I would just know that it's divine.
Oh.
And what it was. Because you still have to identify it yourself, right?
yeah, but I have Read Magic as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Which actually I might as well use now since I probably won't. I'm going to regret saying this, but I probably won't need it later.
Nah. Well, I got 4 scrolls left, so...
I have to get that scribe scroll feed as well so I can scribe some protection from elements and other stuff.
Yeah, when you have time.
Yeah, true.
Brandon, have we exhausted our search of this room?
Of the library, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So health-wise, I'm doing pretty good. And I know we've only, this day's only like an hour into it. So it will escape my notice if you're fatigued or if, whatever that thing is. So I'll be ready to push on. But we got to run and hide if that happens again. There were too many ways they were attacking from.
I agree that we definitely need to think of something better to do than what happened on that last fight. We were getting surrounded. We got lucky.
Yeah, it was pretty taxing. I don't think that we should separate if we're...
Well, look at this room. If the snake people come again, we could just fall back and hold the door.
Where are you suggesting doing that?
There's only one way in the room that I can see.
I think he's talking about here.
Into this room? Okay.
And then if we get too far away from this one, we just look for another area like it.
Yeah, it almost seems like they had set this in intentionally for anybody coming through.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it's a little hard when they're coming out of
funneled
the
us.
ceiling and behind us.
Still, I think Graham's onto something. We should maintain some sort of
Fallback point.
Fallback point or a point to fall forward to.
Yeah.
I think we should create choke points if need be too.
Yeah.
We were surrounded. We were getting bombarded with arrows.
Because if you could have cut out like 50% of the attacks they were able to make just because the terrain disallowed it, then that cuts out the amount of healing you got to throw out and whatnot.
Yeah.
The other idea that will occur, perhaps...
those pillars could have been they could be a point where we can take some cover from arrows, but then you have to watch for snakes.
Yeah, the snakes coming out of the ceiling and coming in from places behind us.
Rohan, one of those snakes attacked me when I was invisible. How did he know I was there?
Do I need to make a nature check to know they can attack by smell?
No, you can just know that.
Okay. So yeah, well, snakes can smell really well, and you haven't exactly taken a bath recently.
Is there a way we can mask our scent?
Not in a way that I know of that they wouldn't recognize.
Maybe if we start rubbing all over all the dead ones.
Rolling their poop. That's what dogs do to mask their scent.
Let's do what Graham suggests.
Well,
Is the worst thing I've ever said.
there might be some weird sort of scent gland on these creatures we might be able to cut off.
Yeah.
Make something
Dissect
out of it.
one real quick.
You have time
I
to
don't think we have the time for that, however.
Chop one up real quick.
just rub ourselves in gore. I think that's a distinctive scent in itself.
Works for zombies.
You don't want to rub yourself in gore.
So was it just these pillars that you saw the snakes coming from and retreating to?
Well, no, there's the rubble too.
Yeah,
that were
that's
that one
true.
that got. I think that was one that got you. Yeah.
And then this room also has a bunch of other doors and entrances that we hadn't had a chance to check that they came from too, didn't they?
Oh, down the room to the south of us.
Yeah, down to the south and southwest and to the north. And
Anyway, they know we're here now.
Yeah.
So I think trying to remain secretive is gone.
Yeah.
And we should just keep an eye open for actual pitfall type traps, and that can hurt us. Just,
And we have fortified points that we could use.
All right. I'm ready to go.
Okay, so now you've exhausted your search of this library, and what do you do now?
Well, it appears we're going to set out again with the rough idea that we're going to fall back to this room for now if there's any trouble.
Okay.
I'm concerned about traps that exist outside of the door dynamic, so I'm going to search as we go.
All right.
Or at least until somebody tells me to stop, because I think it's a full round action and that would slow us down quite a bit.
Yeah.
Do you want to maybe do a quick scout up through here? And
Yeah, I think we're
don't
going to
know.
proceed the way Rohan and I had done it the last time, where we're leapfrogging a little bit of your...
Okay. How far behind do you want me and
I think you guys were 20
Casimir?
feet.
20 feet?
Well,
Did we
since
do a cursory check of the things, the snake people?
Oh, no.
I
we
said
didn't
we
do
do that.
Yeah. Just a quick search. See if they
Yeah.
have any important information on them.
Yeah.
you
Because
and
we can
Fenrith
also...
could be doing that while we're searching the library scrolls.
Yeah, I usually keep a lookout, though.
Yeah.
I can go ahead and do it while you guys are searching then. So, Brandon, I'm gonna go through the bodies real quick and just see if there's any important information, notes, letters, missives,
poison
potions,
vials,
yep.
Okay.
Keys, all that good stuff.
All right.
You want that in the tower?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't assign my skill points. Stupid.
All right. So you go searching through these bodies. In general, most of them, they'll have their weapons, and that's about it. Their weapons and their armor. You notice that a lot of them have coins in a pouch.
Remember, I did say that machine took gold and recharged our...
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll grab that for and put it in the bag then, so that we can.
I'll put it in the party sheet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, that makes stuff so easy.
Yeah.
So in total, you find.
That's not a bad idea. I should probably put my ring in there, so that way Travis is actually in possession of it. So just saying it. Want me to do that?
Sure.
All right.
So all right. So I've put the money you found into the party sheet, and then it automatically has split it up amongst all of you.
So we each get 3.
So in your inventory, you'll have gold and silver and copper now in your own inventory. You should, anyways.
Okay.
All right. So you're searching those, and then one of the ones that looked more snake-like.
The one that had a snake head.
Yeah,
Is that it? Okay.
there were 3 of those. Well, 2, no 3. 3 dead ones. So
Oh, cool. It even said I put it in the, whatchamacallit.
Nice.
And that Graham took it without asking, because he's a...
What's this?
so that money's what you found on all the more human-looking ones.
Okay.
Any oddity about the coin? Did we already ask that? Or is this for a different coin?
That was
Well,
probably a different coin.
They do all have engraved images of the winged serpent with daggers in its hands.
Did we put that thing in the bag of holding?
What thing?
Thing that recharges his
No.
ring? Okay. I was gonna say. Okay. I know we talked about it, but
Yeah, pretty sure we left it back on the island. What was it? I believe Bloodtooth identified it as gnomish technology.
Rather disdainfully, if I
Yeah.
remember correctly.
I had to decipher it too, because I thought he just said no magic.
it's
not no
it's no
magic.
magic technology.
Yeah, I thought that's what he was saying too. I was like, oh man, he doesn't want you using anything.
Controlling me. So I'll leave that coinage on my character sheet, but I'm just making it understood that I would prefer it's in the bag of holding.
Yeah, I assume that's where we're putting it as well.
Yeah, I figure if ever we need it, it would just be how much he pulls out and
Yeah.
gives to us is our cut exactly somehow.
There you go.
That is a good question. I mean, how does it work? If you think I need 10 gold pieces, is that what?
Wow, Fenrith, exactly 21 copper, 173 silver pieces, and 108 gold. How do you do it?
All right, roll a percentile dice into the tower.
Okay.
Hey, Justin, do you remember if upon level up, new spells can be prepared? Or do I have to wait till rest? I think I just
I
have
think
the
you have to wait
slots
till.
on.
Yeah, I think you have to wait till rest.
Okay.
At least with wizard, I think sorcerer, since they cast them spontaneously,
Makes sense.
What about divine?
Well, you could use those to spontaneously
Yeah.
cast,
Yeah.
Okay.
but you wouldn't be able to cast any of your
You
stuff
would
that you need to
prepare
prepare.
stuff in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so the one of the ones that you search, the more snake-looking fellow, he is loaded. He's got a pouch that's got. Let me see if I can put it in the party sheet here. All right, so he's got 5 pearls. I can't put this in the party sheet, so you'll have to
Okay. Do you
mark it
want
down.
to hang on to those?
Yeah. I think, can I tell if they're worth about 100 gold pieces? So I can just add them to the ones that I already got?
Yeah, you think they're probably worth at least double.
Okay.
Yeah, 5 pearls. 2 diamonds, about the size of a thumbnail.
Oh, I can add those to mine if you want. Okay.
Oh, best I know, I don't use diamonds for anything yet.
Said about the size of a thumbnail?
Yeah.
Okay.
And a wand. This wand seems to be made out of glass at first, but as you run your hands over it, you realize it's made of obsidian.
And when we get back together, I'll show that to Casimir and ask him if he'd be able to identify what this is when we get a chance.
All right. You also find
Good morning.
2 scrolls on this guy.
Can I use read magic to see what those are?
Yeah. So you've got a scroll of hide from animals.
Okay. Is that going into the thing?
Yeah, I'll put it
Okay.
there in a second. He's also got a scroll of darkness. Okay. He's also got a black pearl and a pink pearl. Do you have appraise
No.
or geology knowledge?
No. I've got Arcana, History, Religion, Planes. I probably should take something like that though, since I'm a jeweler.
Believe it.
I have knowledge geography.
Your jewelry might work for that.
Could I use that? My craft?
Oh, you have jewel.
Yeah, I'm a jewel crafter.
Okay, so he also has a violet garnet.
Okay.
It's this purple, and that's about double the size of those diamonds, so 2 thumbnail sizes.
You said, I'm sorry, a what? Violet?
A violet garnet. Yeah, purple garnet.
Could I do, as I'm gathering this, can I also do a detect magic as well?
Yeah.
Just on the stones as a group? Or
Oh, okay.
just to see if they're...
No, you don't detect magic in the stones, but you do detect it in the scrolls, obviously.
Okay.
And then you find 2 potions. They're labeled, but you can't read the language. And then another potion,
Okay.
which you recognize right away as cure light wounds because of the color.
You got comprehend language.
So I'll put
correct?
these in the.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do comprehend language to read whatever those potions are.
And remember, it's going to be like literal. So if it's like any sort of slang, it will just be as literal as possible.
All right. So potion of cure light wounds.
Because I had to use it from my ring.
Okay. Those 2 potions are Eagle Splendor. Okay. Now, that's that guy, but you also find it, and it's pretty hilarious, but a humongous pouch full of money, full of coin.
Okay.
It's laughably big. So I'll put that money in the character sheet as well. He had over 2,000 gold pieces, and
Eat the full ring of ram back soon.
Why do they carry such odd?
Yeah.
so that's
Maybe
been
they have one of those pedestals too.
Yeah, I got
that's been split up amongst you. Now do another another percentile in the tower, and Graham roll a search in the tower, and everybody roll a listen in the tower.
Do you want to take that hide from animals, Rohan?
Sure.
Okay. Is there anything that anybody uses charisma for other than me?
No, I think returning's it.
Okay. And how many cure potions does everybody have?
I'm down to just light wounds, I believe. I'll check how much here in a second.
Okay.
I don't have any.
Yeah, I don't think I have any either.
Maybe
Alright.
give it to
Yeah, give it to Rohan.
Yeah.
I know it says spot, but it's the same as Melissa. That's what I was nearest to.
And then darkness, I think anybody can use, right?
It still depends on whether it's a
All right.
divine or arcane for us.
Okay.
So Fenrith, what was your... Okay, you rolled a percentile in the tower, right?
Yeah, and a listen.
All right, so
I've got a few more hit points
let's
to
do
survive with. Keep the cure level.
Rohan.
He'll drink it just for...
I
because
actually haven't squandered them, but
Graham, what was your...
I've got
Okay.
almost 90 hit points
All right,
now.
so Graham, so while you're looking for traps, you're not seeing any. And everybody who's got their ears up hasn't heard anything except for Fenrith digging through pouches of money. Now, on the next snake-headed one, Fenrith, you found... Okay, we'll go to that table. Do one more percentile. Okay. So you still got your detect magic going?
Yeah.
All right. You find, you detect magic in this little, you're digging through his pouch, and he's got about 100 gold pieces that I'll distribute. But he also has a little stone that you detect magic from.
Okay.
And it's about... All right. So, yeah, so you pick that up and you hold it.
Can I tell... So I'll concentrate on it to tell the school. Or I guess let me pull up Detect Magic and... Alright, so... Let's see, first round was presence or absence. Second round was number of different magical auras and the power of the most potent aura. Third, strength and location of each aura. And then I can make that spellcraft skill check to determine the school.
Okay, 1 second.
Okay.
All right, so this one, see what you detect from it, is conjuration.
Okay. So I'll tuck that away as well, and when I show Casimir the wand, I'll also tell him that there's a stone that...
All right, so you go to drop that in your pouch, and instead of falling, it springs up in the air and begins spinning a slow circle around your head. It stays about a foot away from your head, no matter which way you move.
Okay. Yeah, I'll,
It's cursed.
try and... Yeah, just kind of mess with it a little bit, see if, move my head really quickly, side to side.
All right, and then on that third dead snake head, do another percentile roll.
Okay.
All right.
Is for I guess game purposes, what is that stone doing to me?
Well, we'll wait until
are
you
there any
identify
negatives
it.
or okay?
You don't feel it doing anything right now.
Okay.
If it's cursed, you wouldn't know it was doing negative stuff. It would feel like it's all positive. Usually, that's how curses seem to work.
Okay.
Like how Bloodtooth works.
I want to make sure I wasn't adding. Didn't need to update any of that.
So far, there are no negatives with Bloodtooth.
Yeah.
Other than
He can't use bows. It doesn't like other magic.
And it almost took over his mind and suggested he kill us, I think, at one point.
All right, so on that guy, you find a giant amount of gold, which I've distributed. All right, so Graham, as you're looking at that staircase, you realize what's happened is it's like dusk out there, and that's the general look of it, and that light's flooding pretty much this entire room, and you can see there was a really big curtain hung up across that's partially fallen down, and that's why the light's coming in now. And as you're watching it, the rest of it falls down, and it's laying crumpled on the floor there. And that's what lets all the light stream into this room and basically lets you see, although it's shadowy, you can see pretty much all this room now.
And so what I'm looking at down those steps is a courtyard.
Yeah,
Basically.
and it looks muddy. Yeah, and you can see some big stones that used to be sort of like a path.
Now, has it actually been raining here, or has the weather been just that ashy
It's
kind of
just been
overcast?
ash and stuff. Yeah, you haven't experienced any rain quite yet. But.
Well, I'll whisper my find back to Rohan. It looks like we got a courtyard up ahead.
All right, let's proceed with caution.
I'll sneak up to this corner and
There was also this other room. I don't know if you guys remember, but down in the left-hand side.
Oh, I didn't remember.
Nobody
We better
wanted
go check that out. So I'll proceed across the room towards that. I'll sneak around.
Okay.
Has that magical alarm stopped yet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let me get you my hide and move silently.
I'll be right behind Graham, but I'm going to be focusing on those holes that I saw the snakes coming out of the ceiling.
Okay.
I don't know which way we're coming from here, but I'll be about 20 feet behind you, coming from this way.
Maybe up and around like that.
Or is it up and around?
Well, initially went up where I saw into the courtyard, so then I came back down.
So yeah, it'd be somewhere about there.
All right. So in there, Graham, you see what used to be a kitchen. So there's 3 large ovens in the back wall, and tables and barrels and crates and pots, long unused, take up the bulk of the room. That's what you see right away as you peek around that corner.
Well, maybe just a quick search of this room. It looks like a kitchen. Do they store any of your guys'? Is there any potential crossover between spell ingredients?
Spell components?
Possibly.
Possibly,
Could be
yeah.
herbs, but-
As potion brewing, maybe?
Yeah. Well, I'll just do these crates look interesting to me, so I'll search in that area.
All right. So most of those are completely rotted through, so you can just touch them and poke right through the rotted wood. And then they have sacks of what used to be grains, but are long gone now in there.
So if I don't see any obvious threats in there, I'll give our standard bird call or whatever to
Okay.
alert them to move forward. They might find what would be useful to them.
Were there statues at the entrance to this place? That's what it looks like. What were those of? Were those of those snake guys?
No, they look to be either elves or humans. Probably elves, you think.
All right, you want to go in here and do a quick spellcraft search? See if we can find it.
Yeah. Were we doing spellcraft or survival?
It was spellcraft for us because we're not trying to eat this stuff. We're trying to find magical materials.
Okay.
But it worked like survival in
Yeah.
the sense that it was like a weak check when we were out on the world map.
What was every 2 over 10? Is that right, Justin?
Yeah.
All right. So I guess I would have 2.
All right. You do find some herbs and some mushrooms that you think you can use. Also, where you're searching, Fenrith, on that table behind you, hang on, you find, did you do it? Yeah, do it. Okay.
What do you need?
Nothing, you're good. Okay. Yeah, on that table behind you, all covered in you see something covered in cobwebs there. And when you start moving those cobwebs and blowing the dust off, you find this apparatus. It's got, beakers and bottles and mixing and measuring containers and things for, mixing potions. It's an alchemist lab.
Oh, okay. Nice.
You've never seen one before, but you recognize right away what it would be good for. Or do you have one?
No.
Do any of you have one?
No.
Right. So you look at it and you can immediately see like the way that the beakers, and there's even a section made out of like cast iron where you could put wood to start a fire and things like that. So
Nice.
it's in pretty good shape. It's just been sitting here for who knows how long.
Okay.
So I'll put that in the party sheet.
Yeah, as I'll stick that into the...
Now, who else was searching in here?
For spell components, I was doing spellcraft.
Okay. Yeah. So you found a good amount.
Yeah.
And were you doing a search, Graham?
Yeah,
And what was it?
I hadn't rolled it yet.
Okay,
You
you
want
do-
that in that tower?
No, it's fine. All right, so you find there's a board next to that bottom oven that you're close to, hanging on the wall, and it's got a bunch of knives on it and things of that nature, right? And also you find a wand hanging on that board. It's made out of wood. It's twisted and bent. It's pretty ugly. And a hole's been bored through one end of it, and a leather loop has been put through that to let it hang up on that. But it's got some of the engravings that you recognize usually are on wands.
Okay. Some arcane
So
markings.
you look at it and you can tell that's probably a wand, or else somebody made a real good fake one.
Okay. And sorry, was there something interesting about the board itself?
No, that's just where it's hanging.
Well, I'll pull it off its hook and idly work my way up to Casimir and show it to him while he's sorting mushroom.
Okay.
Can you tell what it's for, Graham?
I don't. I can activate it blindly, and that's one way we could learn.
Well, you probably wouldn't want that to happen.
But I don't. Maybe I'll have to look at my skill again, but I don't know if it works like scrolls. Like I could decipher it that way.
Well,
Depending on
Casimir's literally just asking because he doesn't know
gotcha.
what the extent of your abilities are.
depending on how long it's been since I searched those snakes, I'd probably still have detect magic. I could at least maybe figure out the school.
But I don't know. I can't seem to read the markings on this one like I can a scroll. But maybe I could just.
I guess read magic, yeah.
I could just.
Detect magic's a concentration one that you got to keep it.
Yeah.
Keep it straight.
I could just guess how to do it.
Well, I would be a little bit worried about that, but if you feel you can do it, I don't see why not. Just make sure you're pointing in a safe direction.
Is that the only way you have to determine what it is?
For me, yes. I think unless they deciphered the arcane markings, that would be the way they could do it, or identify beyond
Yeah, I can identify it in the morning if need be.
that. Okay.
Can I spellcraft those? I thought it was only scrolls that I can.
You might be able to
It has,
decipher the marking on it,
yeah, writing on it.
but that might not necessarily identify what it does. Like if it's what some mage put on there, like if it's shot magic missile and he just put the arcane mark for pew pew,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, if you still have your spell going, then you detect evocation coming from it.
So I'm not sure what, and that would be for you to determine what it's most likely to be, I guess, or what it has a chance to be with evocation.
Well, you know what the schools of
I
magic
feel like
are
the
too.
damaging spells, that's what
Yeah.
Fireball's in.
So wait, why did you do a will save?
To see if I was going to activate it blindly, regardless of anything that was going. So I wanted to, but I resisted it, and I said, "Well, I guess
Okay.
we'll just look at it again in the morning."
Yeah, so that's what you find in there.
Yeah, so I'll continue to concentrate on this. So I'll use it for the 9 minutes.
And the entire time they're in there, I'm going to be at that door watching for any sign of movement.
Okay. So far you see none.
Okay.
'Cause, if I'm familiar with the evocation school, then I will warn Graham that it's something that is potentially
What you have
convert-
to detect magic on? Is that what you
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, maybe that's what caused me to roll high on my will.
There you go. Do you remember how we were doing that brew potion for the finding mats, Brandon? Because I know that it was it was like the gather.
We're gathering essentially gold,
Yeah.
and it works
Yeah,
just like the
so
food.
just like where he would use his skill to get food.
How much was it per success?
100.
It was. Oh, I thought it was 10, but
No, you're right. You're right. 10
Okay.
gold pieces worth of materials. All right, so
I can create a level 1 potion.
I'll get bored with the search and leave the room.
so it's a moderate aura that you get from it.
Okay.
Faint.
Faint. Okay. Be anything up to 5th level. That's faint. So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, so what's next?
to the courtyard. Is that the next area?
yeah,
Is this a door right here?
I think
Off,
these
like
are,
above the kitchen on the left wall there?
No.
Okay.
Oh, it's a big window.
they're just broken.
The shutters are open, but the window's caked in dust and dirt, so no light's coming through.
Yeah, so I'll sneak back up to the courtyard,
I think
just to the corner, and then I want to look around and reveal or get a better look at that area.
What are those purple things?
Those are tapestries hanging from the wall.
Oh, okay.
mean, they're all ripped and tattered and faded now, so you can't tell what might have once been on them, if anything. But all right, so you get there, and Graham, you can pretty much see, this whole wide open courtyard. You can see on the right side there's this stairway that leads up to the top of a wall.
Better take the high ground. I'll call to Rohan or motion to Rohan.
Last time I ran up on a wall, 2 ogres and an ogre mage attacked us.
It looks pretty muddy out there. Do you think we'll have any issues moving through that?
So over on the right-hand side, nestled up against the wall, you see a giant pile of felled trees and plenty of wood chips to show recent sawing and chopping has been done on them. And then you see this stone path. Now, mostly it's covered in mud, but it used to lead, and now about this section here, sort of in the middle, the ground turns to a harder dirt. And off on the left, you can see a couple of, you can see like a building, and you can see a couple troughs outside of it and a bunch of barrels in front of it. You're not seeing any enemies, but over here on the left, there's another staircase that leads up to the wall on this side as well. And there's a big well over on the left, an old well. And beyond it, there's some thorns and vines growing up against the bottom of the wall out of the ground there.
Well, Rohan, what do you think? Should we head for the building, across the courtyard, or up on the wall?
And we can't see what's all the way across the courtyard?
Yeah, you can. I'm just working
Okay.
on uncovering it. You can see pretty much everything from where you're
So this is the direction that some of them fled, right?
Well, they sort of fled in
They
three
went
dimensions.
everywhere, yeah.
That's true.
So at the far end, you can see a massive gate up against the wall that stretches way up.
Well,
And you can also see a line of stumps and some more felled trees over on the left side. And then in this harder ground, there's a lot of rubble, like rocks and things of that nature. And there's what looks like a pond over on the right-hand side beyond the felled tree pile there.
Well, I think, Rohan, if we crossed the middle of the courtyard, we could end up in a situation like we had just a few minutes ago.
mm-hmm.
But I'm worried about getting across the mud. What do you think?
I guess the only way to really see is to test the mud.
Is that something that your ranger ability would prevent you from?
My rain with that, yeah, it wouldn't impede me at all.
And I might. How long did the freedom of movement last? It's probably gone by now with the searching we were doing.
Let's see.
If it's minutes.
Freedom of movements would have been 80 minutes.
Oh, so I probably still have it then.
Yeah, you'll have it for a while.
Well, maybe you should go ahead on this one. And we can test out the mud and get to the wall. That seems like the safest way to do it.
This mud ain't no problem.
Not for us.
Yeah, do we want to check any of the other areas? Maybe that building over there?
They know where we are, and they know that we only have one way to go. I want to spend as less time out in the open as possible.
Yeah, I think it looks like that the wall circles all the way around, or at least it would get us closer up there. You know, we have ropes and stuff,
Yeah.
so we could get down from it.
If we take the left wall, we can go right by that building.
Yeah, we just got to get across 15 feet of mud. Hopefully that won't be a problem. And then up on the wall.
Yeah. So, yeah, I can take the first little run to the top of the wall.
Test it out.
Yeah.
See, do you have any, or pick up a piece of rubble and see how the mud reacts to it.
Well, I think the way that the ranger ability would work is that, like, it would still, I could still see that it would impede me. I just know ways of avoiding it.
It's not a supernatural ability. It's a skilled ability.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd still start sinking if it was quicksand,
Yeah.
but he wouldn't be as hampered by it, I
Yeah.
guess.
You'd know all the
But I know
tricks.
how to, get myself out of it.
Quicksand's
Okay.
a bad one, but yeah.
But yeah, any kind of magical abilities or anything that's magical still impedes me.
All right, Rohan, what do you think? Can we all make it across?
He's already across.
Yep. So, Game Master, does the mud seem like it would impede them?
Yeah, give me a second.
You've already triggered the attack.
Yeah. It's going to be, was it 3 Ogier and an Ogier mage?
Yeah.
As is tradition.
Ogier.
Well,
Sorry, Ogre.
Yeah, I'll whisper the rough plan to you guys in the rear. It looks like we're going to go up on that wall. Rohan's just testing out the terrain.
I might be able to jump it.
Yeah?
15 feet. What is that? Running jump.
Where is this wall at?
So we're going to go up on, as we go in this courtyard, to the left and the right, there's these stairs up to the wall. So we're thinking about going that way up to our left as we enter the courtyard.
Okay.
That way we don't have to walk across the courtyard or go through the mud.
Because at least up at the wall, if they come out on the ground, we could potentially avoid ranged attacks by kneeling or going prone or something to that effect.
Also, we'd have more of an advantage if we wanted to come up on the wall.
Right.
There's thinner, less areas to surround us in. But it doesn't matter, because a Hydra is going to come out of the well.
He was just talking about pyrohydras.
And cryohydras.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be a half and half Hydra.
Every other head is
A
whatever.
different elemental.
Yeah. And then if you chop one off, then it grows one of each.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds horrible.
I hate hydras so much.
Yeah, so this mud would qualify as difficult terrain. So each square costs 2,
So it'll be slow going for them.
and you can't run or charge.
Alright, I think I could do that in one move action, though.
Okay. Yeah, I'll call those guys up so they can get a visual of what we were talking about. And let them know that Rohan says it'll be hard to move through, but you shouldn't sink in it.
Yeah.
And I'll prance across.
Yeah. Fenrith, you go next.
Watch Graham's prancing.
So yeah, me and Graham just tiptoe across it with no problem. And
Bloody elves.
then the 2 people in the heavy armor are just going to sink to their
Wait a
knees.
second.
My armor's light.
20.
Oh,
I can sleep in it.
Mine is medium, I think.
well, compared to our armor.
All right, so that would be a 1 move action to get to there from the steps.
All right.
And
If
one-
I'm moving normal.
You're not. It's difficult terrain.
Oh, okay, so 2 move actions.
Yeah.
And while they're moving across, I'm going to have my bow out and be scanning the courtyard for any enemies.
All right, do spot then.
In the tower?
Yeah.
Remember, didn't you say to do all those in the tower at one point?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just do that as a default.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you're scanning. Casimir, you get to right there. And let's see. You guys see something slither out from behind that well. It's very large, and this one is, it looks like a big serpent, like a really big snake, except that its eyes betray a baleful intelligence, and it has 2 burly humanoid arms. So this is one you guys haven't seen before. It slithers out around this well and casts a spell. So here's how we'll do this. All right, so it's casting Entangle. And so grasses, plants, vines, things like that sprout forth from the ground. And let me set the area.
I'll give the abomination a forged luck of heroes.
Graham's unaffected by this. He's got his freedom of movement.
He gets prancing along. Hey, what are you guys? Oh.
So I have to go do some rogue
Within that
counterspelling.
area.
Yeah.
And
Kidney
so
counter spells.
let me have him cast it then. And that should automatically roll your saves.
Do you want us to do an initiative as well?
You will now.
Oh man, I rolled a 2.
Yeah, roll initiative now.
Initiative.
All right, so Fenrith
I got
failed.
17 on the save. What is?
Okay, so if you fail, you like you're stuck, and on your turn you can break free with a DC 20 strength check or a DC 20 escape artist check.
As a full round action.
Yeah, If you succeeded, you are not entangled, but you still move at only half speed through the area.
Can you take any other actions than trying to break free?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you just can't move.
Yeah, you just can't move. So, yeah, it looks like Fenrith failed, Graham succeeded, Rohan succeeded, and Casimir failed.
Graham cannot fail.
Yeah.
So now, did everybody roll initiative?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So that guy, he comes out, he does that. And let's see who else we'll see. You guys see another one come out from around that tree pile, headed in your direction, slithering across this mud here.
It's going to come to us. I got no problem being entangled.
Just lay back and let the vines do their job.
Mm-hmm.
This is something you wouldn't know about, Graham, since you can move freely. It's like being at a concert where you crowd surf.
The vines aren't actually grabbing; they're just picking him up and
Yeah,
shifting him wherever he wants to
gently
go.
rolling wave.
Well, maybe he's the only one that knows the crowd surfing feeling as we're being bound by him.
But yeah, as we get that S&M feel, he gets the crowd surf feeling.
I was going to say we get more of the jostling mosh pit
Mosh
feeling.
pit. Well,
But
that
if you
too.
want to go with your weird vine sex pit, go for it.
Tentacle vine.
I think I need to sue this guy for copyright infringement. This was my plan, entangle things.
Well, I think a lawyer might be the most scary and dangerous creature in D&D.
All right, so it
Probably what
moves.
that guy coming out from behind the trees is.
It moves up to here, and it pulls up its bow and takes aim.
It's a 100% copy of you.
Yeah. Luckily for me, there can be only one.
So,
So you're a Rohan McLeod?
Casimir, it fires an arrow at you.
All right. Let me double check, make sure everything's good. Yep. Am I flat-footed for this?
Yeah, unless there's some reason you can't be or wouldn't be.
And it would figure that out, right?
I hope so. Let's see.
Well, it hits anyway.
It hit.
Well, is there an entangled... Where did
No,
you
it
go
doesn't.
to do that? Oh, the dude. Okay.
Yeah, it's an entangled.
Did it put it on you? Should have.
There we go.
Hey, I wasn't entangled.
You are now.
All right.
Does yours work like that freedom of movement spell?
So the arrow
but-
sticks into you for 11 damage.
All right.
And
Mine does for non-magical stuff, but anything magical, I still have all the penalties.
that will bring us to Rohan.
Okay.
So, so you can move half your speed in here.
Yeah. No, instead of moving, I'm just going to focus on firing down at these guys.
Okay.
Full attack on the one that cast the entangled at us.
Combat his entangled with an entangle of your own.
Why do I have a -4?
Because you're entangled, probably.
But I wasn't entangled. I made the save.
Oh,
So-
well, you have the effect on you,
You gotta
yeah.
remove your effect, man.
I didn't put the effect on me.
Yeah, because Bran put it on everyone.
I can't remove effects. Oh, wait, I can remove effects. that
Yeah,
he
I don't
put
know
on
why
me.
I put it on you. It didn't say you failed.
Huh.
Weird.
So just add your +4 to all those.
Well, anyway, so you've all hit.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll damage.
Bazooka Joe.
Yep. Machine gun in it.
All right, so you stick 3 arrows in him and he hisses at you. You done?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll pass it off.
Okay. Brings us to you, Fenrith.
All right, I am going to cast Dispel Magic. This is not a sustained spell, correct? Like concentrate. Okay, so it'll be in a 20-foot area. Let me make sure that doesn't. Yeah, 20 foot. How do I? Nope. That circle. So that area right there is where it will originate. Well, actually, let's see if I could do this. Yeah, I can't quite.
It's going to attempt to affect the first thing, right? Is that how that works?
Well, I'm using it as an area against the area effect. Let's
It's
see.
going to hit us. If
Yeah.
It goes wrong there, John.
Yeah, if you do the area, that'll work against your stuff too.
All right, yeah, we'll do it as a targeted then.
Right, so
for
make
that
a-
spell.
Dispel check, 1d20 plus your caster level. The DC is 11 plus the spell's caster level. So the DC is 21. So you got it.
All right. And
So yeah, so that'll work. So you cast a spell, and all these vines and things like that just sort of fade back into the ground.
okay. So let's see what that be. 1, 2. So they still have a move action, right?
Yeah, you
Okay.
have one move action.
So that's
That begs the question, do we want to keep going up the stairs? Or do we want to try to fight these things in the mud?
yeah. Let's get up the stairs. So I'm at normal move speed on these, right?
Well, I think you're still at half because you're going, like, up.
Okay.
Right? I don't think you can charge or run upstairs in combat. Maybe you can, Travis. You know what I mean?
I don't believe so. They might actually have a movement penalty for
Stairs.
normally.
Well, I'm fine. I'm fine with where I moved to.
In fact, not a gentle slope, but just a slope that you wouldn't think you'd do a climb check on, you probably would. It'd just be like a 10 or something.
So you're under constant penalty in, like, San Francisco?
You're right. Yeah.
It was there.
All right, Graham, your turn.
All right. So I'm going to move further up there and take total defense, but I'll ask Bloodtooth, are you sure I can throw you? I don't want to lose you.
Don't worry about it.
But
Me the first time.
that will be my turn.
Just trying to get away from you now.
All right, Graham, when you get up there, you spot... Oh, hang on.
Archers.
I will set my dodge against
Throwing
Abomination.
bows.
That's actually how I attack.
Throw bows at people.
Well, if you watch the Baldur's Gate gameplay, he throws his boots, so... In fact, it was like pro-level strats.
Throw your boot at somebody.
Yep.
What are you trying to achieve, though?
Well,
Just distraction?
he was doing damage as an improvised weapon the first time, and the second time he was throwing around boots that didn't let you get impaired by, like, web.
Hmm.
So he'd go across and he'd throw it to the next party member. And they'd go across.
Nice. Can't wait to.
You
they
spot
open
just
that up.
just because it moves, this large viper up here, and that's just the beginning. The rest of you start seeing snakes popping out of the mud itself over the field.
I'll shout back that we got enemies up here. More snakes.
But from where you are, you probably can see the courtyard.
Yeah.
Go start to grapple them.
Yeah.
You automatically win.
That's true.
Isn't that for the purposes of escaping? Doesn't state it?
No, it states that you automatically succeed any grapple check, and then you also on
I think it was, though, just when you try to escape. But don't worry about it. I'll look it up. I'll get all freshened. It's a cleric spell, right? Or,
Yeah.
oh, sorry, to resist a grapple check. Yep, or to escape a pin.
So I won't be grappled. Then.
You can't be grappled. You win the grapple if it tries. If it didn't have like an improved grapple, you should still get your attack of opportunity, but I don't think that happens with snakes.
Is a big deal.
Grapple a god and pray they can't negate it.
Just wish you away. Wish you didn't have this spell.
There's some of those where they still might win regardless.
Yeah.
That's just how their divine abilities work.
All right, so Rohan, you notice that these are all vipers, the ones that have been popping out of the ground.
Okay.
Need to make a ton of scrolls of this.
Maybe we should
Or
have
the
left
wand.
Entangle.
Now, is that your turn, Graham?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I went into a defensive posture.
Okay,
I don't know if that would have slowed them.
that brings us to Casimir.
Effect.
I will move up the stairs next to Finrod, and then I will attempt to cast Shield on myself. All right, so Shield goes off. Anyway, that's my turn.
So Rohan, you had fired some arrows at this guy, and then he's hissed at you, and you can tell by the movement of his arms that he's casting a spell upon you. Everybody ignore all that.
Okay.
Done.
Good for me.
Yeah, me too. I definitely didn't survive.
All right. Yeah, so he casts a spell on you, and you can feel the force of it wash over you, but luckily it passes.
I'm going to make you blind again.
You know, this thing's been trying to get in my head for a long time.
And he slithers back behind this well.
And chitters at you.
Does that give him cover or concealment?
Yeah, you basically can't see him.
Okay.
Because he can get down real low, and it's a big well. Now, this other one that had been shooting at Casimir, he moves forward a bit.
Does it look like they're impeded by the mud as well?
Not a bit. All right, so he moves forward a bit and fires another arrow at you, Casimir.
All right. Can you reset the round counter too? Or what are we at? We're at like round 2 or something.
Yeah, done.
Thank you.
So his arrow slams into you for 12 damage. Then you guys see another one appear on the roof of this building here. So he comes up and fires an arrow at Graham. But it misses.
Wow, Graham. Full defense. Saved your butt there.
So the snakes that have popped out seem content to merely remain where they are. They're not making any movements, although they definitely are looking in your direction. And that brings us to you, Rohan.
Okay, so since I can't see that one directly below me, or behind the well, and the other one's a little bit outside my range, I'm going to target the one on the roof and continue firing. There's the third one. There it is.
Okay, yeah, I'll hit.
Okay. Did that
Yeah.
damage pop up right then?
No.
There it is.
It's too much math for it.
6 dice. No, I'm not doing that.
Fine, I'll do it, but I'm going to do it real slow.
All right, yeah, so you stick 3 arrows into him, and it hisses, trains its look on you.
Yeah.
And that brings us to Fenrith.
I'll 5-foot step to kind of give a little more room for Fenrith and Casimir up at that landing.
Okay.
Let's see. So, how far away is that guy? Okay. So I will pop a spiritual weapon next to number 2, Abomination 2.
Okay. All right.
All right. And then, do we want to hold these stairs, or are we going to keep moving?
I think we're going to have to keep moving.
Okay. I'll move to there for right now. And then my sword.
Okay.
All right. So, let's see. So, 20 plus 3 uses wisdom base attacks. So, all right. So this is the attack against it.
Okay. Yeah, so it slices at it, but it misses.
Does it not get any bonuses?
It does. It gets a plus 10. Right. So it's a 25. I don't know why it isn't doing that again. Oh, that's right. The thing. Stupid. And then it can have a second attack as well, I believe. Let me double check it. Yeah, so it uses my base attack bonus plus wisdom, so possibly allowing it multiple attacks per round in subsequent rounds. So this should have a plus 5 to it, or not. So the first one was a 25, the second one was 10.
Do a caster level check.
What is that, just...
D20 plus caster level.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Doesn't add anything to it. I've checked this thing, unchecked it.
Looked like it rolled a 1.
Yeah, it
Doesn't
did.
matter.
Do
I have a
now,
6.
Now, the first attack you did was a 25, you said?
Yeah.
What was the second one?
It would have been a 10.
Okay. All right. So you see your weapon over there slashing at it, but it doesn't look like it's having any effect. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay.
But it still wouldn't have made sense because it should have been a 10 if you
Right.
rolled a 1.
Graham.
I'll maintain my defensive stance. Bloodtooth ready there. Looking at that snake, I'll set my dodge against that snake. And I also want to click on my haste boots. And then what I want to do is ready an action, my move action, to tumble through the Viper's space if it comes up to engage me.
Okay.
And that's it for me. Let's say 20 feet, foot high.
That's what the wall is.
Okay.
All right. And that's your turn, Graham?
Yep.
Okay. That brings us to Casimir.
I'm going to move up to Graham. I'll move up to there, actually. And I'll go full defense.
Sorry, Fenrith, your spiritual weapon disappeared after its first strike.
What's full defensive, Travis? +4?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Unless you got tell me.
All right.
And that's my turn.
All right, so you see this guy slither out from behind that well, and he climbs up to the top of the wall. So if you've ever seen a snake climb on a flat wall, that's how he does it, and it looks really weird. But now he's up there on the top. And this other guy moves up, and Fenrith casts a spell upon you. All right, so yeah, he moves up, he casts a spell on you. You can feel the force of it engulfing your body, and you are transformed into a snake, a small snake.
I probably have better luck with that than I did with this.
You keep your alignment and your personality within the limits of the new form's ability score. You keep your hit points. You're treated as having your normal hit dice. You retain the ability to understand but not speak the language you understood in your original form. And with those exceptions, the target's normal game statistics are replaced by those of the new form. So you've been changed into a small viper.
All right.
All items worn or carried by the subject fall to the ground at its feet, even if they could be worn or carried by the new form. So all your stuff crumbles to the ground and you're just nestled nicely inside your armor there.
How are you going to react to that, Rohan?
I probably didn't see it happen.
Are you the one who's
next to you?
I'm right next to him, but I'm firing arrows at the one at the building across from us, so I would just hear kind of a clatter behind me as everything fell.
It's too bad he wasn't a rattlesnake or something. That way you'd turn around and you're like, what?
Thankfully for you, he is still acting like Fenrith, so you can recognize him.
Graham, this one up on the roof is firing at you.
Okay.
We need to get out of here, guys. He's out of the fight.
Yeah.
If for some reason this fight lasts so long that he's not out of the fight anymore, he's going to come back into it naked. So he's going to have to take 10 minutes to re-equip himself.
But his arrow misses.
Let's see. Is it either a small or a tiny viper?
Small.
He's a small.
So he's going to have movement hampered.
So now some of these snakes are starting to move.
Maybe this is one of those fights like in Final Fantasy where you're supposed to die.
Maybe.
I never take that risk in D&D.
Yeah.
And every time I take that risk knowingly in D&D, or not D&D, Final Fantasy, it's not
one of those fights.
Yeah.
You just haven't figured it out yet.
Or you just wandered into a place that was way too high level.
Yeah, they're exceedingly rare, but I'm always suspicious if things are going poorly in Final Fantasy. I'm like, what? Is this one of those?
Well,
plot
I'm never
fights?
Suspicious if things are going poorly in Brandon's games. So,
Yeah. Well,
if it's environmental and it's being used effectively, like we went into a lair like we have here, it's because we're dumb.
well
So for some reason, out of the blue, Bloodtooth just starts saying snake magic over and over again. Snake magic, snake magic, snake magic. You do a will save, Graham.
it's a 9.
All right, you've determined that on your next turn, you're going to kill that one in the middle of the field. Rohan, your turn.
All right. So, not fully realizing what's going on with Fenrith behind me, I'm going to keep firing at these. I'm going to switch targets to the other one, though, to the one on the wall. And I'm going to tell Casimir, let's clear a path and get around them.
So to be clear, that was Yuan-Ti Abomination 2.
Yeah. All right, so 2 of your shots hit. The second one missed.
Okay. So that's the first damage and the second.
Okay. Yeah, so now he's got a bunch of arrows sticking in him. A lot of green blood spilling out onto the wall.
Yeah, I'm just trying to clear a path for us so we can have somewhere to go.
Okay, Fenrith.
I can't really do anything.
Well, you can
Well,
do
you're a snake.
stuff.
You can like.
I'll slither around a little bit. That's what snakes do.
Slither out of the fortress.
No.
And then you can retrieve our corpses.
I've heard this song before. I slither around for hours and then, do it again?
I don't know what the heck
that's
you're
it.
talking about. But I do like the idea of a small viper leading 3 coffins.
Going back to the village where they kill all snakes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's hang out.
All right.
Although with how many hit points he has, they'll be hacking at him for a while.
Okay, Graham then.
All right, so is this a sort of rage or what?
Yeah, it's more like a panic.
Okay.
You remember at one particular moment when you guys had found that strange apparatus in your house and Bloodtooth really didn't like it, and he had muttered gnome magic, and you got a feeling of contempt. This snake magic, it's not contempt, it's like a fear.
Fear. But I gotta kill this guy. So I think with your description, I'd still worry about my defense since I'm afraid, right? But
Yeah.
with the objective of getting that guy. Okay. So then I'll keep my total defense up, and I guess move up to there.
Okay.
And I'll set my dodge against.
Is he within throwing range from the top of the wall?
That's a 10-foot increment.
Yeah, it'd be 50 feet max.
Besides, Graham can't lift the wall.
I'll set my dodge against
He's
Abomination
not going to be
2,
throwing walls at people.
Oh, abomination too. Okay.
the one I'm supposed to kill.
Oh, can you not see that snake you're right next to? Here, let me.
Yeah, I can see
Yeah,
it.
you can see him.
Oh, okay.
Fear no snake.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yeah, except for all the snakes.
Okay, Casimir.
All right, I'll begin to respond to Rohan, and when I see Graham go, what'd you do? You tumble off, or?
No, I just ran down.
Okay. So when I see Graham going 20 feet off the side, going back the way we went, I'll jump. I'll do a running jump after him.
Visibly panicked.
Yeah.
In fact, I might be repeating what Bloodtooth told me to do and say, we gotta kill the one in the middle.
Well, I'll shout out that they've enchanted Graham before I go jumping off.
It's a night of enchantment.
So I'm going to roll a jump check here, and that will be part of my move. Let's see how I do.
I suppose as Graham goes running past me, I'd probably be like, where are you going?
For glory.
And then as I watch him run past, that's when I would notice that Fenrith is nothing but a pile of armor on the ground with a snake sticking out of it.
So this is
Not even sticking out of it.
So I can jump up to 30 feet.
hiding in there?
Jump.
Okay.
Dude, you don't realize how much I was wearing.
Dude.
40, 50, 60.
So are you doing a barbarian jump trip attack on me?
You might want to double check my
Yeah,
math, but I think
I'm
I can
gonna.
make it right next to Graham if I'm running and jumping.
So you're jumping off the wall?
Yeah. Actually, I guess I could go like that. Yeah, I should be well within my range of that.
Yep. You can get right to the left of him.
Yeah, okay.
It's going to be like one of those movies where they fall into a giant thing of mud where he jumps and then just sinks up to his waist.
And that's my turn.
Okay.
There we go. Oh, no,
Snake wall.
Yeah.
that's the wall you were supposed to have thrown.
All right.
I would leave a well-ordered, safe life if it weren't for my willpower. I would be lawful if it weren't for my willpower.
Your wisdom, yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't
Casimir.
matter how high it is.
I need a
That doesn't help either.
Yeah.
will save.
I got a plus 12, man.
All right. So this one casts it's not a spell exactly. It looks directly at you.
Mhm.
It makes some movement, but not like a spell generally. You feel it wash over you.
Am I feared?
Well, sort of. So the target must succeed on a DC 22 will save or gain an aversion to snakes for 10 minutes. Affected creatures must stay at least 20 feet away from any snake or Yuan-Ti, alive or dead. If already within 20 feet, they move away. A subject unable to move away or one attacked by snakes or Yuan-Ti is overcome with revulsion. This revulsion reduces the creature's dexterity score by 4 points until the effect wears off or the subject is no longer within 20 feet of a snake or Yuan-Ti.
Very effectively, I go from this fight.
Yeah. Fenris out. Casimir's out. Graham's gone insane.
What are we fighting? Gods or something?
I think this is just where all of our good luck leading up to this is being reflected in just some...
Well,
Bad luck.
everybody up to this point tried to tell us.
Yeah, true.
I mean,
Yeah, they were right. We're going to die.
Don't worry, you guys said. We're heroes, you guys said.
yeah,
Replaceable hero.
exactly.
Only this guy here says, don't say that stuff. It brings bad luck.
Don't worry, at any moment, our rocks will swoop in and start eating these worms.
Well, clearly I'm going to go kill this guy and all the other snakes are going to disappear.
Well, yeah. Don't worry, guys. Graham's got it.
This one slithers down off the roof
We just telephone this one in.
and moves over behind this well.
Oh, I just got to stay 20 feet away from snakes. I can work around that.
Now the snake up on the wall starts moving. Graham, this viper here strikes at you. Now what this one looks like, it's all black and it's standing up. So it's about 9 feet tall, standing up looking at you, and it's completely black. And it strikes out, but misses, luckily. So you can see its giant fangs are dripping poison. And then this one strikes at you, Casimir.
All right, that's -4 on the AC because it's within
Okay.
range, right?
Yeah.
All right, put that in. Actually, I guess I could just take my shield away. But
Okay, so it bites you and does 7 damage. Let's get this poison here. Okay, do a Constitution or a will. A fort save. Sorry. Okay, you're good there. Okay, roll on. Snakes on all sides now, and
so-
you don't see Fenrith anywhere. You just see all of his gear on the floor.
Graham is yelling to kill the abomination in the center.
Yeah, I'm still going to be focusing on the abominations. So I'm going to try and finish off that one I've been firing at since the beginning. I'll be taking my first 2 shots at it.
Okay, both hit.
Okay.
All right, so those 2 puncture right through its head, and it falls and starts thrashing madly in the mud. But
Okay.
It's dead.
Then I will try and switch targets to the one that Graham is heading towards. Let's see, that's -4 for switching targets. That's -2, so -11 from the shot. Well, that's from my max.
You're
Wow.
a machine, Rohan.
Okay, you hit. So go ahead and roll damage. All right, yeah, so you stick an arrow into him.
And yeah, I'm going to call out. Has anyone seen Fenrith?
Fenrith, still just going to chill there?
Can I hear?
Yes.
Okay.
You can even understand our language.
I'm going to slither out to Rohan now that he's called me out.
Tap
Show
him on the foot.
myself.
Crawl up on him.
Yeah.
All right, Rohan, you see a smaller but venomous viper crawl out of Fenrith's gear towards you.
It's a good thing I don't have an attack of opportunity with a bow.
It reminds you of Fenrith, though. It has his personality
Yeah.
for some reason.
I look into his eyes
I'll
and
start.
I sense his soul.
Flicking my tongue at you the same way Fenrith always does.
Okay, Graham, that brings us to you.
All right, I'm going to start tumbling around all this stuff. I think I'm provoking from Huge Viper 2 for sure. And I'm not certain if Abomination has a reach or not, but those are the 2 I'm tumbling past.
All right, so, yeah, go ahead and roll.
So here's for the Viper, and then for Abomination, which is 17.
Okay, so you're successful, and you come up right there underneath him.
Yeah, so I'll flip up there, somersault, and come out of my somersault with Bloodtooth
Okay,
plunging towards Abomination 2. But I will not attack defensively.
all right.
Here's this.
That didn't even roll. Just slid across the screen as a 2.
All right.
And that's it for me.
Okay, yeah, so you do some good acrobatics, and
A hero point?
You make it over there, but you're not able to bring the attack home. Casimir.
I will move. I have to get away from snakes
Yeah.
by 20 feet, right?
Yeah, you have to be 20 feet away from any snake or Yuan-Ti, living or dead.
Now, when it comes to moving, does that mean I'm just going to try to move towards that space that's slightly to the northeast?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. Because otherwise I'm not moving anywhere if I
Right.
can't move.
Yeah.
3. I believe that one gets an attack opportunity by how I'm going to be moving this here.
Yeah, but he's not paying attention.
4,
Or she, sorry.
6,
Watching Graham tumble past.
7. I'm double moving to there, I believe. To
Okay.
one more, actually. And that'd be 80 total feet.
Okay. That,
That's my turn.
all right. Yeah, so that puts you far enough away. All right, Graham.
Don't worry.
So-
I got a sling, Graham. I'll help you.
This guy pulls, he's got a scimitar, and he slashes at you, and he bites at you. So 2 slashes and a bite, sorry. And what do you have any bonuses to your AC at this point?
Just the one against him. So
So what would your AC be then?
21.
Okay. So he slices at you twice, and he lunges forward and sinks his fangs into you. So the first attack is 1 damage, or 5, sorry, and then 6. And then the bite is 11 damage, and we'll need a fort save from you.
Oh, dang it.
Okay.
You need to get new dice.
Critical failure.
The only thing we can do is throw the surface.
Got any hero luck?
Nope.
All right, so you take 1d6 constitution damage.
Ouch.
So go ahead and roll a d6.
Freaking forgot that I had lucky heroes still.
4 constitution damage. All right. This one comes out from around the well and takes aim at you, Rohan. And he almost crits you. So he hits you twice. He hits you with 2 arrows.
Okay.
Almost got a critical. So 14 damage with the first arrow.
Dang. It must have special bows too.
Yeah, these are composite bows. And 10 damage with the second arrow. You also happen to notice, as he puts his hand down to his quiver, that acid is just pouring off of his hand.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
All right, this snake finally makes its move on you. It strikes out.
Oh.
Hits. For 2 damage and a fort save, please.
Fort save.
All right, so you're good there. So this one comes slithering up the stairs there. One just stays coiled up. This one looks like the one I described earlier for Graham. So, I mean, it's a black mamba, but you don't know it as that. And it's huge. So what they do is they sort of stand up and chase people.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really do, because they're straight from the pit of hell. So it strikes at you, Rohan.
Okay.
But it misses. So even though it's on the ground down there, it's still taller than you. So it's striking downward at you. And this one comes to strike at you, Graham. But it misses. This one starts giving chase, Casimir. But it misses as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it got an
nice.
8. There's no... Okay, Rohan.
3 attacks of opportunity.
Okay, where are you going?
I'm just firing,
Oh,
but firing with my bow.
wasn't there something that you could get that you didn't get, tax of opportunity?
The point blank shot wasn't it?
No.
No,
No, that's +1 damage within 30 feet.
that's
All right, well, let's do that.
Yeah, if they kill me before my shots get off, then it doesn't really matter.
So Huge Viper 1 strikes but misses. 4 strikes,
I should have cast shield on you before I went down.
but also misses.
Need to start remembering to do that.
And 2 strikes. This one misses as well. So, your turn.
Okay. I'm going to focus my attacks on the one that Graham's attacking.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why he's attacking that one, why he felt he had to, but
He seems pretty confident.
yep. So 3 shots at it.
Well, fearfully certain.
All right.
I must
So,
kill
an
this.
automatic miss.
Yeah.
So, let's see if there's a chance that hits Graham.
Ah.
Because you got a 1. Let's do a percentage. No. Okay, 2 hits. Roll damage.
Okay.
All right, so Graham, a couple arrows streak over your shoulder and then slam into this, what passes for its chest.
The third one, however, comes aggravating or like spookily close to you.
Yeah. All right. Is that your turn, Rohan?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, Fenrith, you get an attack of opportunity on Rohan, too.
On Rohan.
Yeah.
Because you
yeah.
fired.
You're part of the snake.
Could I reach this huge viper?
What-
It's right there, right?
You
Trying to bite. I'm gonna bite it.
Well, you'd have to move to it
Well, I'm in Rohan's area right now.
because you're small.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. So.
So you,
The small is still threatened, though. Don't
yeah.
Yeah.
The other threatening to fight.
Okay, you're talking about the 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's just
Yeah.
that, like,
I don't know what my bonuses are, but
you could move into the large.
Hang on.
Into their space.
Yeah.
You get a +4. So you would have missed.
yeah.
But you do see that at your feet, Rohan. This snake is trying to bite this massive snake.
It's got to be inspiring, though.
It is.
I'm a
Snake,
little bit
come
more
on.
concerned with the tiny snake with the...
It's holding a holy symbol.
Okay,
Yeah.
Graham, your turn.
That's why it missed. It's holding it in its teeth and it's still trying to bite.
All right, we're going to full attack. Pour it all into them.
If you tumble around to here, you'll get flanking. That's other
As long
snake.
as the Viper's on my
Yeah.
Well, I
Why
guess
not?
it's a little late, but you do have that summon in the ring.
Yeah, I'm kind of playing it like I have less wits than usual because of the panic state. So just kind of sticking with the mainstays. So here's the full attack. Make sure I'm targeting, yes. And then my weapon of speed attack.
Dude, you just got
These
so
rolls
cheated.
are abysmal.
And free action drain the ruby I have for some hit points.
Okay.
5 big ones. That's it for me.
All right. Casimir.
All right, move. So attack opportunity against me from Viper 6.
Okay. But he misses.
I think there. It's good.
It's a good last stand.
Yeah.
How big is the abomination? Is it large or huge?
It's a large creature.
All right. As part of that move action, I'll ready my net and I'll throw it at it.
Okay.
So this is a touch attack. I don't think I have it set up as a touch attack, though. Well, it says it, but I don't know if it registers that.
Well, that hits.
All right. So I don't know what other stuff the net does because it was that magical one that grows to size.
Yeah.
But -2 to its strength, -2 to its dex, and I'm not going to control the line on it.
Okay.
Did I get a minus for just attacking snakes even at 20 feet? Sorry.
Let's see. No.
Okay.
You just can't be within 20 feet.
All right. So
Well, so he also takes 1d6 damage
okay,
from the electricity.
just drop it on him, right, Justin?
Yeah.
Yeah. Target him and then...
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
It-
not from the.
yeah, it wasn't working from the dice well.
All right. So
That's okay.
one,
I'll just put it on there. Okay.
and that's my turn.
So he gets a what? A what minus what?
-2 to strength, -4 to dex.
Okay.
It takes a escape artist 20 to get out of it, or a strength check 25 to bust it. This is a magical net, so I don't know if that's still there. It can only move half its speed, cannot charge or run.
Okay. All right. So it will try to break out.
All right.
So that's what you see it doing, Graham. It's trying to pull this net off of itself. It's not having much success.
1d6 damage on itself.
Do I get an attack of opportunity for that? He was trying to escape the net.
Yeah.
It doesn't specifically say in the
On
net
page
description.
141 for actions and combat. It gives it a yes for attack of opportunity.
Do it.
Is it denied its dex?
No, it still has its
It's just a
dex.
penalty.
Well, that gives it a negative dex.
But it still technically has
So,
it.
But yeah.
So here's my attack roll.
So that would hit.
Okay. And here's that damage.
Okay. Yeah. So you're able to find an open spot to stick your knife into him.
Okay.
All right. So then this one, who's been firing at Rohan, casts a spell.
Oh. It's tradition now.
Yeah.
Got to roll bad on him. Every time I hear Brandon say that something casts a spell, I hear Justin all those years ago saying that counterspelling is useless and that why counterspell when you can just cast Fireball. And now I'm looking at the map and I'm hearing those words again.
Although honestly, if I could do 5 fireballs in the rounds that we've had, I think that would have drastically changed the shape of what we're facing right now.
Maybe. I'm not going to argue with that. But I think that I think I'd rather, just in case, have a healer going than magical Fireball Arsonist.
But our healers are counterspeller, and I don't think you
You
can
got
work
ready.
2 jobs. So.
Yeah.
So it casts deeper darkness in this 60-foot range, which is everybody's inside there pretty much. And so that's 6 shadowy illumination in a 60-foot radius. And so, any light that was in there is put out now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, dark in there.
If I can't see them, I can't be revolted by them.
Well, actually, that's true. So all creatures gain concealment, so a 20% miss chance. Even creatures that normally can see in such conditions, such as dark vision or low light, have the miss chance. Normal light is incapable of brightening the area, as are light spells of lower level.
What was that? I believe daylight can dispel it.
Yeah. So that's what's going on there.
That may actually work out better for us than them.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'd still put an asterisk there because we just lost the nuke that is Rohan, and those snakes are still within range to see you. But you could attempt to start blind firing at the abomination.
Did you take blind fight?
No, but it's shadowy illumination, right?
Yeah.
So it's like night for a human.
But there's some of those, like if it worked like obscuring mist, the concealment becomes full.
I think this one's just a flat shadowy for everybody. So
yeah, so you can still see.
Yeah, I should still be able to see him. I take the 20%.
I believe it's 20.
chance.
Yeah.
unless they successfully hid from you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, so a character can see dimly. So it's a 60-foot radius there. And so this one's going to strike at you. Let me do the miss chance. So 1 through 20, and it misses. Okay, so it strikes out at Rowan and hits for 5 damage. And a fort save.
There's my missed fort save.
Yep.
All right, so
Constitution damage.
Yeah.
poison from this one.
I think Chris is right. We don't need to change our dice.
1d6
Need to change the surface.
Constitution
No, cool, no
damage.
surfaces.
Okay. Do you want to roll the 1d6?
Now
or-
you roll it. So you're in control. There you go, 1.
The rare times when a low roll is good.
All right, so this one strikes out
Still
as
goes.
well, but it misses. Stays. Then this one again misses. This one's going to try to attack Graham, and it would hit. It's 1 through 20 is a miss, and it got a 9, so it missed. And now it is Rohan's turn.
All right. 3 attacks of opportunity.
Yeah, like come over this way real quick. I'll cast shield on you, then you can go back up there.
That would be nice to be able to do.
What we need is some sort of portable
I'll
portal.
just do the miss chances first. 1 through 20 is a miss. That's a miss. That is a potential. And so is that. So 4 strikes out at you, but misses. And 2 strikes out at you, but also misses. So go ahead.
Okay, so 3 arrows going at the abomination that Graham is fighting.
Okay.
Roll your mischances first.
There are the 3 missed chances.
Nice.
All right.
And then, wow.
All 3 hit. So roll damage for all 3.
Okay.
All right. So it's struggling in this net, trying to get out, and 3 arrows slam into it and just flat falls to the ground. Dead.
And I'll shout, Graham, get out of here.
Do you still hear?
Now I'm
What?
in a new panic. What? Why did I make these decisions?
Yeah, you feel an immense sense of relief wash over you as it drops to the ground dead. And Ron, are you done?
Yeah, sorry, that's all I got.
Okay, so Fenrith, so now suddenly, without warning, this snake down at your feet that you've been ignoring, it changes. Now, it was small, it becomes your size and right in your feet. So you're going to have to do a reflex save to stay on your feet. And when you look down, now it's got Fenrith's head and one arm.
Oh.
And a snake body wriggling like mad at your feet.
It's almost like it's shedding its skin, but it's
Yeah.
shedding itself.
Yeah, and you've managed to stay on your feet, but it falls down off of the wall.
Got a naked Fenrith wriggling in the mud.
See, before it became like a hybrid, what I was imagining was
All right,
like the
Fenrith, do a will save.
the Army of Darkness cover where there's, half naked women clutching his legs, so you'd have naked Fenrith clutching.
Okay, so now you're
He's a pretty Lamia?
you're down on the ground, and you feel just such intense pain that you haven't felt before. Graham.
All right. So the panic has left me to be replaced by new panic as I look around. So I'm going to tumble, total defense first, and then I'll tumble this way.
Oh, geez. That's how many hit points you have?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Now I don't have haste anymore, though. I can't tumble very far.
Does freedom of movement count against your tumble move penalty?
I don't think so. So I'll actually just tumble to there.
Okay.
And then that will be my turn. Here's my tumble.
All right. So you move there and do a will save.
He wants you to go after the other one.
No. So you get to there and you get like the worst brain freeze headache of your life. And, so you clamp your hand over your eye. But then you notice, even in this darkness, you see not just the snake, but you see the outline of the movement of blood inside of him, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like I saw at the camp the one night.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that was both my actions.
All right, Casimir.
I'm going to throw my trident at that one.
Okay.
So, mischance. Oops, come on. Alright, so it would hit potentially. And then that is 2 range increments, I believe, for the trident.
Yeah, 20 feet.
Oh, it might just trident range, yeah. Alright, so -2, I believe, because it's only
Yeah.
1 range increment. No, not +2. Yeah, not 22. -2. There we go.
Okay, that's a hit.
Alright. Oh, dang, no. Minus that. That's me two-handing it, sorry. So get rid of that and tell me when you're good.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Alright.
Okay.
And I will then move that direction, and as part of that move, I'll ready my sling,
All right.
and that's my turn.
Okay. So this one rises to its full height and it starts saying something in their language and takes off this direction. You can see him slither up onto the roof and out of sight. Yeah, so these other large vipers, they start moving off in different directions as well. This one climbs down the well.
Time to pour some oil down that well and set it ablaze.
Yeah, Casimir will be thankful we decided not to go down the well.
Yet.
Yeah, just gotta give me enough time, I'll be fine with it.
Okay, Rohan. So all these snakes are retreating, and you can't really see any of them anymore.
That huge viper one is,
Yeah, except for that one.
yeah. And since I'm still in shadowy illumination, it's still a mischance, right?
Yeah.
So 3 shots at it.
So one of them might hit.
Yeah, well, if it's going to happen, this was the better time. All right, so yeah, I'll take the... So I fire 3, but this is the only one that actually has a chance at hitting.
Yeah, and it did hit. So go ahead and roll for damage.
Max damage.
Yeah, so you see and you hear your arrow stick into it as it slithers away.
Okay. Yeah, and then that's my turn. I'm going to take a 5-foot step towards the stairs, but...
Okay.
Oh, you got... Oh, yeah, that's right. He fell off the wall.
So you find yourself here, Fenrith, when you finally come to and regain full control of yourself. And as you look at yourself and realize everything's as it should be, you're laying naked in this mud field here.
Okay. How did I get... am I right by the edge, or am I actually out there?
You're in the mud.
You fell off when you started to transform.
Yeah, you fell off the wall.
Because you were fighting
okay.
those one things, and then you became
That's
a
why you-
medium-sized creature.
All right. Well, now that I'm unburdened by armor, I can move at 30 feet again.
Well, technically, you only move at 15.
Prance around. Woo.
Yeah.
Just crawl through the mud.
You're not
I'll
merely unburdened.
head back to my stuff
All right.
and stare down Rohan since he's standing on everything.
No, you were like...
No, you
Crawled
were
out of that.
you were over here. So here's your stuff.
You were like
Actually,
10
it
feet
was
behind
fine.
me.
No, I was at the top of the stairs right here when
Yeah, right there. So I'm standing
Oh,
right
okay.
next to it. I'm not standing on your pile of stuff.
I'll still stare you down.
So yeah, all the snakes have fled, and that leaves you in this wide open space here. The darkness remains in that section, but now Fenrith has moved back and starting to put his equipment back on.
Yeah, so it'll take me 10 minutes to get everything put back on.
All right.
Graham, if you need, I can give you a potion.
I have one, but I think is there still some secondary damage coming, perhaps.
Yeah.
So I'll drink my potion while I'm regrouping. So 1d8 plus 5, is that what we...
Yeah.
I'm going to stay on the edge of the shadow, or the darkness, and I'll call out to Graham and ask if he could... Well, first off, what's going on? And see if Rohan's still awake, too. And then ask if one of them could bring me my net and trident.
If you let me know.
Well,
It
that
hit you.
duration is 10 minutes,
On the...
the aversion.
Okay.
So it wears off.
Yeah, I can do that, Casimir. I can pick up your gear.
Thank you.
All right.
Then after the 10 minutes, I guess I'll jog back over towards Finrith.
I'll inquire if anybody is injured.
Look at the combat tracker.
We all have blood streaming down our face.
That's a bit below.
After I get this gear back on, Brandon, could I do a heal check on Graham to figure out if he's been poisoned?
Yeah, I'll probably show you the bite and tell you I'm feeling a little
Okay.
under the weather.
So I'll cast Delay Poison. Stops poison from harming subject for
Do another
9 hours.
another saving throw, Graham. And this is well before. Okay. Yeah, so you don't take more damage.
Yeah. So for the next 9 hours, subject becomes temporarily immune to poison. Any poison in its system or any poison to which it is exposed during the spell's duration does not affect the subject until the spell's duration has expired. Delay poison does not cure any of the poison damage that's already been done, but
You waited to
shouldn't.
give immunity to poison to us till now?
well, I had it prepared. I had one, and I got turned into a snake.
I know, but
Should have had immunity to snakehood.
She gets super defensive and be like, don't blame me, you just travel back in time and it won't be an
So,
issue.
correct me, I guess, if I'm wrong on this, Brandon, because I guess that'll determine whether or not I actually do it on him. The way that I understood this is that he's not going to have the effects of that until that wears off, right?
Well,
No,
I already took
he
the
already
initial
took the
damage.
damage.
Okay, so it doesn't like put it on hold like because
Now, if
I
you-
was thinking of it like almost like like area dispel almost, right? Where
Yeah, no.
even after my dispel would have worn off, that would have kept going. right?
if you had cast that before
Okay.
the secondary, then that would have stopped the secondary. But he didn't take any anyways, so
Okay, so
he
I
still
will,
has the Constitution damage.
Do I need to make one as well?
Yeah, you do.
Okay. Fort save.
So you're good there.
All right.
Do I still have to make secondary even if I succeed at the first, or am I good?
Nope, you're good.
So get your opinion on this. Let's see. Let me read it real quick. Okay, so never mind on that one. I was looking at neutralized poison, because that's not the same as what I thought it was. Out of the ring, I'll cast restoration on Graham.
Thank you.
All right, so
Or yeah, restoration.
for 10 minutes, Fenrith is getting his armor on, and Casimir can't go near snakes.
Mm-hmm. So I'm on the edge of the darkness until that wears off.
All right.
So I guess we'll just keep an eye out.
Well, do you want to help me search these bodies?
Okay.
I don't think they had any kind of armor or anything. From the description, it sounded like they were just
Well, they had weapons.
really big
Yeah.
snakes with heads
No, they did.
and arms.
They
Okay.
had
Scimitars.
no, sorry, no armor.
Okay.
They did have shield. Well, there's only one
Thought we killed 2.
that has a shield.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't using it, but has one. But otherwise, they don't wear armor. They did have scimitars and composite longbows.
Okay.
Extremely well made weapons.
I'm going to study the bow a bit, and you said that one of them had poison or acid or something dripping from its quiver.
From its hand.
From its
From its
hand.
hand.
These things can produce acid. They
okay.
did it before. The other ones have done it too.
Okay.
You know, you might be able to use a large composite bow. Might require a feat to use without a -4.
Yeah.
I don't have a bow. Maybe I could carry
You could give it to Fenrith for when he uses his divine might.
I'm gonna pair that with that righteous. What was that? Righteous something power.
Righteous might.
Might, yeah. So go into straight up beast mode there.
I remember Brandon's dwarf doing that.
That'd be pretty frightening, man. Seeing that.
Yeah. So when you search their bodies, though, they didn't have anything besides their weapons.
Okay.
So what now, Rohan?
I don't know, Graham.
We've only been here an hour.
Yeah. I'm hurting, and I'm pretty sure you are too.
Yeah, where's everybody at? Let's see, Rohan. Okay. All right. I'll cure moderate. So I'll convert that delay poison into cure moderate for Rohan, and then I will use my newly acquired blank level 2 to get Casimir. Come on.
Thank you.
Do you want me to hit you again with something, Rohan,
I
or wait till later?
Yeah.
I have a blank 5th level.
just don't know if we're going to be able to keep pushing forward with.
We can't right now. I can't. I mean, I've got it. Yeah, I'm gonna be tapped out. Can I convert, Brandon? Can I convert or do spontaneous casting for the mass heals, or is it strictly single target heals?
I don't know.
To look at the magic section. Or is it in the class?
It's in the cleric class.
Yeah, and the healing spells that you did not prepare.
It's a cure spell with any spell with cure in its name.
Mm-hmm.
But
You can lose any spell that's not a domain spell in order to cast any cure spell
So
of the same spell level or lower.
So it's cure light wounds mass.
Yeah, so what level is that?
It's a level 5.
So you'd have to lose your level 5 spell.
Since we just got it and we haven't slept, I don't have one prepared. Or I guess I don't have one prayed for.
yeah, you haven't prepared.
Right? Okay.
So technically, you might not be able to lose it.
Yeah, that's I guess the other thing, would I be able to?
No, you don't have
Okay.
it.
Well, let's see. Who's the worst? Guess it'd be Rohan. Why did it do it to Casimir? Oh, it says Rohan. Okay. There we go.
Yeah, that brings him to full.
Well, I mean, should we even attempt to sleep in here?
It doesn't matter. They know we're here if we go outside, unless we flee the island.
Yeah, they know
They'll
we're
find
going to
us.
be there too.
I say we continue forward, find something secure, and we're going to have to hunker down for the day.
That kitchen might
Yeah.
not be a bad place. It's got
Yeah.
one entrance.
That's a good idea.
The kitchen or the library. The library has lots of shelves that people could take
Do
cover
you,
behind and hide.
unless you guys want to go over to whatever that building is up ahead, that other thing was that other one was on, and look in there.
We don't know what's in there.
Yeah, but it's kind of as Casimir put it. I mean, whatever's in there can easily walk out of there and move to the kitchen.
I say we don't cede ground. I say we go to
Yeah.
the building.
I would second that.
Okay.
So, Graham, since you're already out there, we'll come to you.
Well, I would have been out there with him when we were searching bodies.
Yeah,
All right, Brandon, we will sneak up to that structure with the water barrels and the trough.
I
Okay.
don't know if I'd bother sneaking anymore.
Yeah, I mean, they know we're up
Pitched
here.
combat outside of it.
Well, just because we had pitched combat doesn't mean that they're...
It's an old habit, Rohan.
Yeah. Do you want to, I guess, check it
Yeah, that's
for
what I
traps
was doing.
before we go in? Okay.
All right, so you can see as you get around to the front of it that it was a stable at some point. So the gate's open and one side's broken. And as you peer in, you see some stalls, some barrels and buckets, that sort of thing. There's a big stack of sacks at the end of it where it butts up against the outer brick wall. Aside from being old and dusty, the roof seems in good shape.
Yeah, we're supporting them large creatures.
Yeah.
All right, make a thorough search of everything.
Yeah.
We'll try to stop up any holes or any other way that they can get in here.
All right, I'll search the south side.
And I'll search the north side.
All right. While not searching too well, I guess, I'll focus on those sacks, make sure they're not covering up something.
Okay.
Gonna get bit by a viper.
So I'll look around over here, I guess. I'm sorry, I did that in the tower.
It's okay.
Okay.
Don't roll.
Do you have empty slots in that ring for me to cast Read Magic?
Yes, I cast Invisible
Okay.
out of it.
Do you want, I guess, the replenish of Invisible, or do you want Read Magic?
Yeah, I'll take Invisible.
Okay.
All right, so
that'd be-
doing your search, none of you find anything of interest.
Just I haven't rolled mine yet, but I expect that would be the same thing. There we go.
And as part of this, we're also kind of looking for any holes that snakes might be able to come in.
Yeah, we're not
And-
just looking for
Yeah, you
actual
don't.
thing.
Stop things up wherever we can.
Yeah.
So one of those doors was broken?
The front gate is broken, yeah.
Is there
Or
anything-
the gate.
Could
There's
we
no
use,
other way in
yeah, could we find something to barricade it?
or
that
part
you've
of
been able
the
to find. Yes.
maybe even the broken door itself and just
Yeah.
Yeah. There are also some feed troughs in here
okay.
that you could use.
All right. Yeah. I'll help Casimir with that if that's what he's going to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want casting failure or spell check failure rolls out of combat?
What are you casting?
Oh, I'm going to replenish Travis's ring.
Oh no, that's fine.
I was just wondering if you wanted those for outside of combat or inside.
No, won't worry about it.
Okay. So before I go to bed, Travis, I'll cast invisibility into the ring.
Thank you.
Is there anything else? What else does it have? Oh, it's got... Yeah, okay, so it's
Summon Monster 1 and...
your image and visibility can take... I think that's max with invis on it.
Do you have anything else prepared?
Me?
Yeah, that you're going to lose tonight?
What do you want?
I guess, what do you have? My ring's completely empty. I'll end up casting Restoration into it tomorrow,
See
as long as I don't
invisibility,
use it.
mirror image. Those might be good for you to have.
Yeah.
Then like shield, which you don't need. Comprehend language.
But usually I have Comprehend Language in there, so if you could cast that back into it.
All right, so mirror is going to be a 2 level or 2nd level spell.
Okay.
And comprehends a 1.
And then what was the other one?
See invisibility
What level is that?
2.
you want to cast that in there? That'll be all 5.
Yep.
Okay.
There we go.
Hour and a half. Okay, so you guys gonna rest in here for the night, right?
Yep.
8 hours at least, I guess. That's what the casters need.
Yeah.
Rohan can get away with a trance.
No, I've got spells I got to replenish as well.
Oh.
You still trance.
Yeah,
you
but
still
that is
trance.
just 8 hours still.
Oh, okay.
You just only sleep 4, or trance for 4. Whereas me and John would have to get full night's sleep and then whatever it is for preparing. But I believe it comes out to the same. So,
All right. So we're doing a watch?
yeah, first, second watch, John.
Yeah.
That way we can get a full night's sleep.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry, mirror image, comprehend languages, and then see invisibility.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So roll your listens.
All right.
It was, I'm sorry, I'm watching with
spot again.
Travis, or with Graham, right?
What's that?
Oh, when I roll my listen, it rolls spot instead.
They're the same thing for me.
Me too, but
All right. Well, Rohan, you hear a noise after the sun has gone down and it's dark out there.
okay.
And you peek through the barricade you've made, and you see a massive gathering of mostly the first 2 types you encountered, the ones that look mostly human and the ones that just look a little bit serpent-like.
Okay.
But they are being addressed by one of the larger ones, the full snake ones. So they've sort of gathered out there in that field, and they're talking to each other, but you can't understand what they're saying. And after about 10 minutes, he makes some gesture, or she, you can't tell. And then they all start taking off down towards that large room,
Okay.
moving with purpose.
Towards us?
No,
No.
Okay.
Where we came
the
from.
room
So-
they were in. So yeah, you don't know what they said or what they're doing, but they're not headed towards you.
Okay.
Time to wipe out that village once and for all. Let's go.
That's probably what they're doing.
Yeah, probably.
We told them not to kill those snakes.
Probably wouldn't be why they're doing it.
Yeah.
Well, you never know.
All right, and nothing happens in the other watch.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's where we'll end. We'll pick it back up. Everybody's woke and rested. And that's where we'll pick it up next time.
All right, man. Thank you.
All right.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thanks.
It's fun.
It's good. It was a tough combat, man. It was it's hard to sit by.
This has been a Death Watch production. Thank you for listening.